What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays for this Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today. Transition Army, I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. We have an action-packed show once again. I have a special guest, as you can see on my screen here. We're going to introduce her in a second. But before I begin, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transition. So that's what we do here. So, special guest, how are you today?
Hi, man.
I'm doing... Oh, no problem, no problem. I'm so glad you're here, but I'm going to bring you out the right way, as we normally do for my guests. So, my special guest is a native of North Carolina and has had a love for confectionery since childhood. She graduated from Shaw University, University of Phoenix, and earned her business leadership certification at Cornell University. That's big. That's Ivy League, ladies and gentlemen. Felicia is a member of the National Confectionery Association in Washington, D.C., and is an active member of the Sweets and Snacks Expo at Candy Conference held each year in Chicago. My guest will mark her 10th storefront anniversary on November 26th in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. You guys hear me saying it all the time because Sweet Candy Cafe is a sponsor here, alrighty? My guest is also active in her community in both the North Carolina and Maryland areas, and she is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, please help me welcome back to Transition Tuesdays. We have Felicia Evans Long joining us today. Let's hear it. Let me get some applause. Hold on a second. Let me get those applause buttons going. Applause? Where is it? There we go. Oh, boy. Nice. Felicia, thank you for joining us once again. I know you are a busy lady during this time, and I know you don't do interviews often, so I'm thrilled to have you on for the second time here on Transition Tuesdays. How you doing today?
Thank you so much, Russ. And I take all the, the tardiness for today. That's truly my fault. This was definitely a full day of meeting planning, but I wouldn't have missed this in the world for you.
Oh, no. We're not going to put that on you, no, because it was traffic, me trying to get home. So we're going to put it on the traffic of the Thanksgiving holiday. We're going to put it on that. But I'm so glad to steal away a couple minutes from you. Before we start the show, we got on the check-in, we got the guy who is the voice of the men's and women's basketball team in Manhattan College, the Pick and Pop podcast. This guy can be seen all the way internationally in Ireland just now, and he's on regularly on ESPN. My man, Uncle Smoothie, joining us on the check-in. What's going on, Uncle Smoothie? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. As he says, Sweet Candy Cafe, let's get it.
Thank you, Chris. I carved out some space, Chris. I carved out some space.
That's right. Carved out some space. That's right. I appreciate it. So, Felicia, let me. I got a couple of questions for you. I'm not gonna hold you long. In the confectionery spaces, you're known as the Candy Lady, right? You're also, I call you Miss Sweetness, but that's just me giving you that name. But you're known as the Candy Lady, right? So what do you enjoy most about the business of candy? Because that's what you're in, the business of candy. So what do you enjoy most about that?
Russ, I just think it's just very simple. It may be a little cliche. I just think that, a little element of sweetness just brings like a level of happiness, to people.
Okay.
Having a bad day or whatever the case may be, you show up with some chocolate or something yummy. I just think that always kind of like lightens the load. I'm one of these kind of people that, when I'm in the office, I would always have like a candy dish on my desk.
Uh-huh.
So it's something about, confectionery. I think it just really, lightens the load in any environment, personally or professionally.
Right. That's true. Yeah. And how did you get involved in candy? Like, of all different types of food, but candy, what was your niche? Why candy?
So just people call it junk food. I call it now confectionery, but back then it was like junk food.
Right.
And it just kind of has carried on with me, from a little girl to going off to high school, selling now laters out of my locker in high school,
Oh, okay.
and by the time I got to college, I was pushing candy, out of my dorm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, but it really kind of goes way back. I mean, way, way back to like single digits, like 7 and 8.
Perfect, perfect. And Transition Army, if you haven't been on the site at sweetcandycafe.com, there's like such an assortment and an array of candies that Felicia has in the store. And Felicia, I just want to pick your brain a little bit because you have all types of candies from like the old schools, the now and laters, to the Mary Janes and everything. Like, what is your thought process in choosing the particular candies that you have at the store there that people could choose from to eat?
Right. So, we attend a candy conference, if you can believe that.
Mm.
There's a candy conference every year in Chicago. It's called the Sweets and Snacks Expo, and it's probably like 4 football fields of like nothing but candy. So you're waking up eating chocolate in the mornings, chocolate for lunch, chocolate in the evenings.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I grew up with the old-fashioned candies, Reese's peanut butter cups, Snicker bars. But what I've learned in being into, like the candy world or the candy community, like I like to call it, is that there's so many other candies out there. So for me, it was very important to bring like, the old school, candies to our storefront. Like you said, be it Mary Jane's, Boston Babies, now and later, but also, add another flair in there. So if you're traveling up Interstate 95 and you stop in, we have kosher candy, we have international candy, we have candy from the Netherlands, candy from Germany, candy from Italy. So I like to bring like a little bit of international flair in the midst of like the old school. So if you're interested in like expanding your palate, and trying something new, like we are a small business that can kind of like, satisfy that taste buzz. So the goal is to always, to bring different candies to the storefront and not like something that you can buy at like a big box retail store. Because anybody could walk into a big box retail store and get like a Snickers bar.
Right.
So we don't really carry those kind of candies. But if you're looking for something fun, cool, different, and nostalgic, I'm your girl.
Absolutely, at Sweet Candy Cafe, no doubt about it. So Felicia, I want to take my Transition Tuesdays Army, back to like your history, because I want people to really know about your history. You growing up in Lumberton, North Carolina, in which I never heard of it until you told me that you were from Lumberton, North Carolina, personally. But talk to me a little bit about your childhood, growing up in North Carolina, because you live in the Northeast now. But talk to me about you growing up. And just your love for candy, or just your love for life and what you possess. But talk to me about growing up in Lumberton, of all places, Lumberton, North Carolina. Talk to me a little about that.
Yeah, so I like to tell people who haven't heard of Lumberton, and that's always a common thing. So we're like an hour and a half from Myrtle Beach, and we are like 30 minutes from Fayetteville, Fort Bragg Air Force Base. So we kind of like sit right there in the middle, like off the interstate. So it's like if you're traveling, down to Florida, West Palm Beach, you got to pass through,
right.
Lumberton to kind of, if you're going down, 95 South. So, my hometown just kind of like sits right there, in the middle, of the interstate, and which is pretty cool because we always get to meet people really from all over the world. So they may stop off at the Lumberton Visitors Bureau, and they'll say, "Hey, it's fun to do in Lumberton. We want to stretch our legs." And because we have such a good rapport with the staff over at the Lumberton Visitors Bureau, they'll go down to the candy shop and just come in, just kick it with us for a while. So that's the fun part, because we get to meet people, from all over the world. I mean, we have our locals, we have the general community, and then we have the travelers. And I think that is, it's all rewarding. It just kind of puts us in a good space to meet a lot of people.
Understood. And so Felicia, we're going to talk about, our conversation is going to be a lot about candy, but I just want to go over like your, like the essence of you, because you by trade are an event planner. I mean, that's what you've done. That's what you continue to do, with that. So was candy always on the radar, for you, like growing up? Did you foresee yourself going to be an owner of a candy store, a Sweet Candy Cafe, or like where did this idea come from? Did it come from somewhere, or was just you just knew exactly candy was it for you?
Well, in high school, I started being very involved with, planning different things, senior trips and that kind of thing. And then by
Hmm.
the time I got to college, and got really heavily involved in my sorority, I, inherited a whole lot of other planning, skills from there. And then in 2008, which people really probably don't even know, like we had an event planning company here in the Washington D.C. area,
Okay.
and and we set a lot of candy up at the Washington D.C. event. So what I was trying to do is how do we transition, candy into like a full time space. And I was just trying to balance like, so many things. I was, working on a PhD at the time and I pressed pause on that and just
Hmm.
try to figure out, what can we do to kind of transition the candy from our event planning space to like do candy, super full time. So yeah, I think I always had like a love for, planning and making sure things are well organized, and definitely a love for confectionery. And usually out of all the events that we plan, we usually negotiated like a candy bar at each event. So
Hmm.
that was always the fun caveat. We get the chance to plan, and we also get a chance to set up the candy. The candy was always like the fun piece.
Understood. Understood. Hey, before we continue on, and again, guys, you are watching Transition Tuesday with my special guest, Felicia Evans Long. And we have on the check-in Mr. Michael Deutsch checking in with us. What's going on, Michael? Welcome to Transition Tuesday. Or should I say Obama? Or should I say Bernie Mac? I don't know who this guy is, but Mike is on the check-in. And Felicia, Mike says, he's,
Cousin Mike.
yeah, he says, what's up? And he says, hey, cuz, Parkville Terrace, he says.
Yes,
and
yes,
and he's,
absolutely. That's what we were selling candy out of.
yep.
So cousin
Mm-hmm.
Mike knows.
Yep, and he said, "Yep, ask." He says, "Ask because we grew up together." Yes, absolutely. Downtown
Yes,
Lumberton, he says. Oh man,
knows. Absolutely.
yep. And Mike also says penny candy was our thing. That's what he said. The penny candy were those the fish candies? Those are the penny ones, right? I believe.
You normally could get like two cookies for a penny,
Mm.
or any type of little candy called Long Boy. Your mom would probably know Long Boy or Square Nut.
Uh
But
huh.
yeah, those are all like penny candies back then. They used to be like really really big now,
Mm-hmm.
but they're so small and stuff now. But yeah, things have changed. But yeah,
Yep.
those were the fun candies for sure.
Absolutely. I bet you those fish candy because I remember the fish candies. Those were red, right? They were always red, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yep.
Yeah.
The goldfish family. Yes.
Yep, they're probably $1 now each. I don't know.
Not more, right?
So Felicia, again, I want to give the Transition Army a history lesson about yourself. And you went to a historic HBCU, Shaw University, and Shaw University and HBCUs are really popular now, especially with like a Deion Sanders who's at Jackson State, and he's really making HBCUs popular. So I just want you to talk about your experience at Shaw University, and I want you to tell the people because I know the story, but weren't you like Miss Popularity, or you were something your senior year? What were you in your senior year at Shaw?
Oh man, I cannot believe it. You are a handful of us. So yeah, so I'll say my Shaw days were a lot of fun. My dad, who sadly passed away in September, he was also a Shaw University graduate, Dr. Wilson A. Lacey,
My
and
condolences.
thank you. And
Hmm.
so I've kind of traveled, in his footsteps, in some respects. And yeah, so my experience was really good. My junior year, I was like, Miss Sociology. My senior year, I was like Miss Senior. So I don't even know if they do those types of things anymore. But in the '90s, those were really cool things to be a part of. You got to be in the parade and that kind of thing. So
Wow.
yeah, Flash Delta, Spring '92. So I'll definitely say I got to enjoy like the full college experience. Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure. And I'm sure that my line sisters, Spring '92, would probably agree with that.
So you said, Felicia, you were Miss Senior.
I was.
Now, question for you: did that come with a crown when you were in the parade?
I'm sure I probably had one. I know I was a part of like the parade, and people had to vote for you and that kind of thing. So yeah, but again, that was in the '90s. I don't even know if they do that anymore. But yeah, it was really cool.
That is pretty prestigious. You gotta locate that crown. You gotta have that somewhere, and I gotta see some pictures on that. I believe you,
I
but
probably in my college Foot Locker someplace.
oh,
You never know.
oh, okay. We gotta look and see if we can find that because that's a very prestigious honor doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And talk to me about with that as you pledging Delta, the sorority. Talk to me about Delta, like that. The sisterhood is strong there. I mean, I know my cousin Bridget, who's been on the show before. She's a Delta, and I know that bond is like strong. So talk to me a little bit about Delta.
Yeah, so I'm forever thankful for the sisterhood
Hmm.
that I share with Dr. Sigma Theta Soros. And especially during COVID, I have to tell you, I mean, the sisters kind of came together, and when COVID came, we had to be creative about how we market the candy because we weren't allowed to have our doors in the store open.
Yeah.
And Sora really kind of came out, and when I tell you they supported online, I
Mm.
mean they supported online, and so it's a bond that is just irreplaceable. It's a lifetime membership. So I'm really thankful to the sisterhood that I share with those ladies.
And I know the sisterhood's gonna come out strong if they're gonna be at the 10-year store anniversary, on the 26th. We're gonna talk about that. Or I know they're gonna be strong in the internet sphere as well too, online. Just ordering and donating and just having a good time as well. Now, I know that's gonna definitely happen there. We got Keisha joining us from the D. What up, though? Keisha, welcome to Transition Tuesday, cuz. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, we are, yep, they're coming out for you, Felicia. They coming out in the woodworks. We got everybody coming out for you.
Hey.
So, Felicia, let's talk. So, I know you had a great experience, pledging Delta, you Miss Senior, Miss Popular, that still carries on. That still, that still resonates with you as well, in everything you do, because everything you do, you just do it up, with elegance and flash and flair. So, we got to locate those pictures because I want proof. I believe you, but I want some proof. I want to see some pictures.
I got you. I'm sure there's something in the yearbook. I promise you, I'll pull something out the crates for throwback.
There you go. Perfect. Okay. So Felicia, Sweet Candy Cafe, which you're the owner, founder, is celebrating its 10th year anniversary coming up on Saturday, November 26th. That's going to be a great event. I can't wait to go there. You're going to have me at, putting in work. I know I got to work there, so I can't enjoy it, as much. But again, I don't mind doing that for you. I don't really mind. But so Felicia, did you ever think you would get to this landmark year? Is this like blowing your mind? This is going to be year 10 for your store.
Well, I like to be total transparent. It has not been easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
been, many challenges.
Right.
And I don't know if people know, but the first store we had before we actually opened to the public caught fire.
Wow.
And we lost like over 90% of the stuff in the store. What I did was we had already started to receive inventory and everything, and so we was able to contact the vendors, and I made front page news, and it's like you always want to be front page, but not in that way, right?
Right.
And so I called the vendors and I said, hey, this is what happened. There's been a tragedy. I mean, our store burnt down. Like the store was just not, we couldn't have had the store we wanted to. Like it was no saving it.
Mm-hmm.
And all the vendors, kind of said, we sorry to hear about that. And they refill all our orders, totally free of charge.
Mm.
And so, I like to start off, with that, let people know that, it hasn't been easy, and that was all in 2012, and then we finally was able to open up in the fall of 2012, thanks to, my friends, my community, my sorority sisters. People kind of just came down to Wilmington, like, Felicia, what can I do to help? Tanya Crump and, Nicole Hayes.
Yeah.
Nicole was my publicist for years. I mean, and Tanya has been like my everything, with the candy
Absolutely.
store. And they all came down, and it was like, they came with brooms and bootstraps and what can we do to help?
Wow.
And I ordered up a few pizzas and got some fried chicken and some Diet Coke, and we literally went hardcore working,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to salvage, what we could. And then the landlord at the time, sadly he passed away this summer, Mr. Dick Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
up on the candy store. So we wind up getting the space that we're in now, which is 212 North Chestnut Street. And so we just really started to rebuild there. So like I said, with the help of the community and friends and family and sorors, we were able to open up in November, 2012, which is like a really big deal for us because we thought it was like impossible. I know people say nothing is impossible, but we really thought it was impossible to think we were going to open up in the fall, in November,
right,
having a big fire in October. So that was like, the most challenging thing. And then, sadly, in 2014, I lost my husband and my brother in the same year, just months apart. And, that was a really low time for me, professionally and personally. I definitely didn't want to be a business owner. I didn't want to manage people.
Sure.
I didn't want to work. And it was just a really, trying time. But what I've come to learn is that, the store has really been therapy for me. The store has kind of kept me busy, in that grief process, and I'm thankful for that, and I really really recognize that till like much later on, but that's what the store has been for me, a place of peace, my happy place, my happy space, a lot of great memories in the candy store with my husband and my brother. I have an older brother. And,
Sure.
And those things were really tough, and that was in 2014. And then by the time 2016 came, we were faced with Hurricane Matthew.
Wow.
And that was just the city of Lumberton. And you guys, your viewers can probably Google Hurricane Matthew in Lumberton. I mean, it was so bad. People were being rescued out of boats and stuff. And we had water in our store like to our kneecaps. So it was just, I was like, oh my God. It was a lot. It was a lot happening. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
And we were literally like sweeping water out.
Wow.
But thank God we had, we did have, commercial insurance, rentals insurance, so that was a help. And then in 2018 we had Hurricane Florence.
Gee whiz.
So it was just kind of like started all over again. And then in 2020 we had COVID. So it's just like just a lot of things that came our way, but like I always say, when you have a love for what you do, and then when you have like a really nice, like tight, support system, that makes a difference. And I like to think that the sisters that are in my circle, man, these ladies are productive, and I'm thankful for that because it's a great foundation for me. They keep me busy, they keep me grounded, and they make me accountable. And so, sorry, I think that's my laptop. I'm sorry.
That's good.
But yeah, they kind of keep me grounded, and I'm really appreciative, of that. So to answer your question, like, those have been like the challenges, personally and professionally. But I'm just thankful that I stayed in it. It hasn't been easy. I'm usually at the store twice a month, and that's no easy task when you're 6 hours away.
Definitely, yeah. And for the audience out there, Felicia's a person who I've got a chance to know Felicia a great deal, and she is a survivor and an achiever. That's one thing I admire about you, Felicia, is that your stick-to-itiveness. You just get after it. Like, what keeps you going to achieve excellence in which you always partake in? What gets you going? What keeps you going? What with this grind that you're constantly on?
Some people have told me different things. They said, "Felicia, you are a true project manager." I never looked at it like that, but it's like if I started, like I want to see it through its entirety.
Yeah.
I want to see it like through the end. And just like with the store anniversary, like I'm not a parent, but we have so many kid-friendly things, and so some of my friends say like how did you know what was kid-friendly? It's like I don't, like I just picked the things that I thought that I would probably enjoy. So we have like this 18-wheeler video gaming truck. We got cotton candy, especially cotton candy that's been flown in from the West Coast out of California. Ices, all types of candy vendors have donated candy. We have a face painting bouncy house, music. It's just going to be like a day, of just fun,
Right.
If you're looking for your sugar high, your sugar day because I really want to sweeten up the community just to show my gratitude and appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always hear people say this. I just want to say thank you. I want
Mm.
people sometimes forget that word, but I want to say thank you in my Felicia way. I want to be able to leave a little Felicia footprint, on the community, of Lumberton and especially in downtown.
Right, understood. And that was going to be my next question for you, Felicia. Which you summed it up for me. My last question as well. Like, what did you have in store? And you mentioned the different items that are going to be there. So anything else that's going to be there? Because that's going to be a festive day. I mean, it's going to be a day of celebration. We're going to have great weather. We're going to have great great people out there. So anything else that's going to be involved? I mean, you're covering everything else. Gee whiz, you got everything there.
We got like there's like a photo booth and like I said, we have a lot of goodies for the community. I'm sure the kids will love the
Mm-hmm.
video gaming truck. Like I absolutely know nothing about video games,
Me
so
neither.
I've been there. Just make sure we got some basketball stuff. I was
Okay.
like, do you have Pac-Man? She was like, we don't have Pac-Man. I grew up in the age of like Atari.
Yep, me too. Yeah.
So we had like Pac-Man and Centipede. So she's like, we don't have Pac-Man, but I have something for everybody else. So and that's what's most important. But I think the kids will definitely love that the video game piece of it. And we have somebody coming with Italian ice, and they'll be there for 3 hours. So it's gonna be like a full day. The store will be open to shop. 10
Okay.
to 5.
Okay.
Okay. First 24 hours online, and then the special event for the day party for all the kids in the community is going to be from 12 to 3. So I think it'll
Mm.
be a nice 3-hour window just to have fun and just to tell the community how much we really, 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 really appreciate you, and that's just my way of saying thank you.
Gotcha. And I'm saying thank you in advance by allowing me to be the bartender. So people don't know on the low, I'm a mixologist. I'm good on the music, but I'm also a mixologist on the drinks too. So, and I'm looking forward to that, to having the fun with the folks of Lumberton, North Carolina. And also, so Felicia, for me, before we get you out of here, so you mentioned,
I need to see if you're over 21.
okay.
Really, truly have a glass of wine.
Okay. I'll be checking. I'll be checking the dates on that. That's no problem. I can do that. I will definitely do that. Yeah, we don't want anybody stumbling out of this. So I will definitely be on to check in on that. So Felicia, what happens if people can't join us there in Lumberton, North Carolina? What can they do to possibly, can they order online? Can they donate? What can they do? Can you give away the website and everything? And what can they do?
Sure, absolutely. So yeah, if you want to shop small and partake in some of the yummy candies, I have to tell you that my personal favorite is these coconut squares that we have.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm really not a coconut fan, but this coconut is really mint, and
Yeah.
they just definitely want you to try it. And I was like, no, because I never like almond joys amount. It's nothing like that. And I think this is probably like one of our top sellers. So if those who are shopping online,
Okay.
I would encourage you to definitely try the milk chocolate coconut squares. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. But yeah, you can shop online at sweetcandycafe.com. That's sweetcandycafe, 3 words.com. We're website is open, 24/7. A lot of you shop on Saturday, most of the orders will start to be filled, on Monday. There's an option there when you're shopping online. If you don't want to send it to yourself, you can actually, buy it for someone else. So if you know
Mm.
someone that has a candy, or if you want to, order some Christmas goodies, so we have some yummy Christmas candy that has arrived as well.
Yeah.
So you want to get some things to nibble on, in the kitchen while you're preparing, your Christmas dinner. This is a good time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And however, you want to don't, that'd be great as well.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
There we go.
Sorry.
Good. That's okay.
Sorry, another call coming. My apologies.
That's good.
So yeah, if you want to donate, that's always appreciated as well. A portion of the proceeds will go to the Timothy Rodney Long Memorial Scholarship Fund.
Mm-hmm.
For my husband who passed away, he went to Essence Catholic Preparatory School, and even though that school has made some changes, we still donate to that school.
Oh, excellent.
Like our 8th year, making a donation. So we're involved in handpicking the students and reviewing all their applications as well. So again, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Timothy Rodney Long Memorial Scholarship Fund, and that's awarded to a student at a Catholic preparatory school in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, that is so great. So man, there's benefits for having, not only the candy's great, but there's benefits because proceeds going to the Timothy Long Foundation. That is phenomenal. But that's you, Felicia. You're a person who just gives back, and you're in the right business, because that's why I call you Miss Sweetness, because that's indeed what you are. So no, I'm yeah, no problem. I'm looking forward to the celebration, because it will be a celebration. Celebrating the people in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina, celebrating a decade of excellence that is Sweet Candy Cafe. And also, before we let you out, Felicia, because people need to know this, not only do you own Sweet Candy Cafe, but you own something right next door to it, right? What else do you own? You almost own the whole block, but what else do you own there?
Stop it. So we do own the salon that, like, directly next door to the candy store. They are like, two buildings joined together.
Mm-hmm.
But they function as two separate entities. But yeah, we own the salon there. It's called Lavish Lux Hair Salon. So we've had the salon open for 3 years now. And that's been a fun thing, So that's it keeps me busy. I'll say that.
Yep. So you can get some candy, and then you can get your hair did right next door. Man, you can't beat that, ladies and gentlemen. You ain't gonna find that nowhere at all. Man, no problem.
I don't want to end the interview without saying just thank you to you, Russ. You have been a game changer, to me, personally and professionally. And
thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna cry here, but I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for being you, and thank you for being so special.
Oh, Felicia, I had the checks in the mail for that one. I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that. No, I really do. No, I really do. And you're a quality person, and it's always great to talk to you here on Transition Tuesdays. You know what I mean? And again, I'm looking forward to the celebration, because this is going to be a celebration. And we're gonna blow it out, and we're gonna get to the year 20, year 30. We're gonna get to year 50. So this is going to be a celebration. So, I appreciate having you coming on, Felicia, big time. I know you don't do this often, but again, we got to celebrate you. We got to celebrate people who have small businesses, minority owners, women of color. That's major. You don't see too many businesses last 10 minutes, let alone 10 years. So I salute you, Miss Sweetness. I thank you so much for coming on, too.
Thank you. And I just want to say this, any orders that are $40 and over will get some Shop Small swag in their online order while supplies last.
Oh, okay.
We have a good relationship with American Express. They're very, 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 very generous with our store anniversary.
Okay.
And send us extra Shop Small swag. And we just want to make sure that we are equally generous to the community, be it you're in store or online. So any orders that are $40 or more will get some Shop Small swag, included in their order. But the key word is while supplies last.
While supplies last, and that's gonna go fast. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen out there, that's gonna go fast, and that could be for all online orders as well, right, Felicia?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The
But
key is
that's the key word. Yeah.
while supplies last.
About 200 bags that they sent us, so
Okay.
so we're willing to share those. Like I said, they go fast, but if you get your order in soon, we will definitely send you some Shop Small swag.
That's right. Don't delay. Order today. Order today. Felicia, I thank you for coming on. I appreciate you stealing some time from me, your busy schedule. I know your phone is blowing up right now, so I know you got to get that. But Felicia, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. We're going to blow it out.
Yay. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, sweetie.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye. Wow. Great stuff there. Miss Felicia Evans Long, who is celebrating 10 years in the confectionery game at Sweet Candy Cafe. Man, great stuff there. Great stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, you have accomplished something major, my good friends. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. I'm so happy to be here. We came a little late, but I'm celebrating the victory of coming here, being here, part of your day today. So I appreciate you guys. Let's get to the theme music that I always play. Here we go. Yes, sir. Oh my God. All right. Wow. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank you for joining me each and every Tuesday. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. You can check out this episode and past episodes on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. So make sure you go on there before you leave. Make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Make sure you do that. You can follow me on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. And if you follow me, obviously, I will follow you back. You have my word on that, okay? So, I want to thank my special guest, Miss Felicia Evans Long, for joining us here today. Man, great story. She is the candy lady, the confectionery queen. She's doing her thing. And again, she's going to be doing her thing on her 10-year anniversary this Saturday, November 26th, okay, in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. If you can't make it, like she just mentioned, if you can't make it, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com and order your confectionery goodies. And again, if you order over $40, you got some American Express Shop Small swag coming your way while supplies last. They are going fast, so make sure you jump on that, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless.